like I said, we started out with just one podcast. The podcast give you a voice. If you're a business owner, you're a creator, you're an entrepreneur, and you have a product you want to sell, for example. It's a perfect way to sell your product because those are constructed conversations that you can specifically direct in a way to where you can give them step by step and bite-sized pieces to where now you giving them all your systems, right? But over 10, 15 episodes to where they're falling in love. So the content creators, they waiting on YouTube, right? We can say, nah, you don't have to just wait on a YouTube check. We can show you step by step how you can get money outside of YouTube, digital product. We can give you the systems to back it up and to sell those products. Like
this is the Stand Podcast for entrepreneurs.
Stamped and delivered, finessing the bill, now they all reconsider. I made my own lane, got a mean middle finger, give a damn what you think. We don't need opinions, and that's real. We don't play about the business. This is different just between the boys and the men. This is Stand Podcast, get the bag, get the bread. Ain't no slack, ain't no chill, and you know it's still all money in. Gotta be 100 mil M's.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Stamp Podcast. I'm your host, CEO Jay Sean. Go follow me on all platforms. I'm here with my guy,
Dion the Motivator.
Dion the Motivator.
Yeah.
Hey, Dion, man, I'm gonna keep it real. You only get on this podcast because of one reason. That's because you either showed me a receipts and you stamped.
Okay.
So how you feel about that?
Man, I feel good, man. Which one did I show you? Did I show you the receipt? Did I show you the stamp? Like, what's up? What's what?
You really showed me the stamp. You did it for yourself, and you actually help other people too.
Thanks.
So, talk about that though. Like, how did you do it for yourself, and how you helped other people?
Man, I want to say first of all, I am Dion the Motivator, and I help entrepreneurs, business owners, and creators. I did it for myself, bro, because I started like. I won't say like anybody else, but I started a little different, bro. Like I went to college. I got married early when I was 22 years old. I'm 40. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't just a youngster, but I did it the right way. I went to college. I got married. I got the good job. I climbed the corporate ladder. I actually moved up at 29 years old. I was number 3 in the company. And I quit that job to do entrepreneurship. So when it comes to like doing it for myself for a long time, bro, I just did what everybody wanted me to do. You know what I'm saying? Like go to school, get a degree, you know, climb the corporate ladder, whatever. Like, so for me, bro, I just wanted something different. You know what I'm saying? And I always wanted to like motivate people. Like that's my name, Dion the Motivator. Like being a motivational speaker, that's where I started out at. That's what I wanted to do is like, man, I want to just be able to motivate people because I came from Alabama. I came from like the country, you know what I'm saying? Like the struggle, like it's really like at the time when I moved out here in 2005, Alabama was ranked number 2 in the poorest, you know, state in the United States. So coming from that to moving out here, it was like, bro, like you ever watch Fresh Prince, you know what I'm saying? He go to Bel Air. Like I went from staying in a 2-bedroom apartment with me, my mom, and my 2 brothers to moving to a house out here with my aunt in Oak Cliff. But it was a 5-bedroom house with a game room and a a little movie room up there. So I'm like, man, I'm doing it big. You know what I'm saying?
From what you come from.
From where I come from. So when you say like what makes me different is that's what made me different, bro. Like I climbed up out of that. You know what I'm saying? And I made something out of myself. I bought my home for my family when I was 25 years old. So
you did?
Yeah. So you know what I mean? So it's like, bro, like I did it the right way. You know what I'm saying? But it's like for me though, like it's like when you gonna do something that you want to do though, and that's what I got to the point of my life where it's like, man, I want to do what I want to do, and that's why at 29 years old, like I said, I quit that job to follow my entrepreneurship journey. Like I started doing T-shirts, making T-shirts. I did merch. I, got contracts with schools and churches, and that's how I started to like really make money on my own and like see like, oh, I can really do this, right?
Right.
But I didn't have the right, as you always say, systems. I didn't have a mentor. Like I was just out here just doing it, you know what I mean? So I ended up losing contracts and going from making, good money by myself. Well, first of all, making 6 figures on my job, like when I was a manager, to quitting that at 29 to now I'm able to make 20, 30,000 in T-shirts to now I'm making nothing. having to go back to work.
Right.
But thank God I had a degree because, you know, I was able to go back into a field where I can make pretty good money, right? But that's still, I didn't get no fulfillment out of that, man. It's like, man, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be an entrepreneur. And, you know, motivational speaking was the avenue that I wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did for a while. I wrote a book. Back when I was like 35, I wrote another book called Transform Your Life. So it's like, let me motivate people through the literature, through my knowledge, right? But it wasn't until, I'm gonna be honest, I met Mozzie, man, you know what I'm saying, at the job that I had to go back to.
Okay.
Like, now I'm back at the job, I'm doing motivational speaking, and one day I was speaking on stage and they asked me, I mean, Mozzie came up to me afterwards and was like, bro, I like what you do. But the funny story is that, like, in me doing that motivational speech, like, everybody was laughing at me, like, making fun of me, like, bro, you just up here trying to. But Mozzie, like, he seen that in me, like, bro, you really, like, motivated me, you know what I'm saying?
You said something or inspired him that he never heard or he liked it before. That he never heard before, right?
Yes, man. Yeah.
But it's so funny you speaking on everybody laughed at you at that point in time. People think it's just a rocket ship to the top.
Thanks.
It's really not. Sometimes you gotta face that how can I say that?
Bro, it's like a roller coaster, you know?
Yeah, but it's the word. Sometimes you gotta face adversity.
Yes.
You gotta face adversity, the real adversity, like feeling humiliated.
Yes.
Like going through that real pain just so you can see, like, this the worst it can get.
But bro, that don't bother me. Like growing up, bro, I was skinny, tall, big Coke bottle glasses, bro. People made fun of me all my life, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I always knew who I was, you know what I mean? I got my first job at 14 years old, like, because I wanted to work. And I'm saying I'm working at a restaurant where I'm in a freezer splitting chickens while my other friends outside playing. And they made fun of me for that. So
I got you.
When I got older, like, people laughing, I don't care, bro. They gonna make fun of you, you know what I'm saying?
That's all through your journey.
Facts.
Like you got, like everybody, image or story is way different. Getting to the top.
Yes.
Like how you said, people talked about you. I dare somebody talk about me.
Yeah.
Or I probably looked crazy or whatever. But
bro, that's what they do. First they laugh and then they ask you how.
Yeah. So I wanted somebody. Where I come from, we bully the bullies. Like, I'm just being for real. What I look like just laughing at you when I'm really don't got it myself.
Facts.
Like we you know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Yeah.
That's why
I had this thing I always used to say. I say people just mad because my confidence magnifies their insecurities.
Right.
So if you say something about me, it's just because you're insecure in that area. You know what I mean? And I'm so confident in who I am and my abilities. It's like, you can't stop me. And that's why on this journey, like, why I keep, like, even if when I had a job, if I lose it all, I'm going back and get a job. And then I go, because it's like, man, you got to keep going through it all. And that's my message to the people is, like, you got to keep going. My brand, think big. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I've been pushing it since 2014 that's what got me started in entrepreneurship.
So are you still working right now?
Nah, I'm full-time entrepreneur.
You full-time entrepreneur.
Full-time entrepreneur now,
okay.
Man. Yeah. And with the podcast we have, Can I Be Real podcast, but we have a production company, right? So to the story of me, Mozzie, it's like I met Mozzie at a time in my life where I really, like, I was just, like, gonna work a job, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I've been doing it. I was this 4 years ago when he asked me to do the podcast 3 years ago. I was working on the job then, you know, and I'm like, man, I done tried to do that. I see the content working for you, like, even though he's showing me, like, proof, like, results, like, I'm like, it'll work for you, but it ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? And I had tried to do a podcast before, and it didn't work. So I'm like, I don't know, man.
Me too, until I got into it with the right people.
Exactly.
They had the right systems and
the right information.
With the right information.
Yeah.
So we all try things. Let me go back a little bit. I know you're not a big credit advocate or saying like you do credit or anything, but you said you bought a house when you was 25.
Yeah.
That sounds like something I did. I bought it when I was I think I was 22, 23. So, like, did you have the knowledge, the credit bill?
No, bro, I was working at Home Depot part-time.
Okay.
My wife was working at Cedar Valley part-time. I wasn't making no money. A lady came up to me at Home Depot and she was like, "Oh, you been working here? How long you been working here?" I'm like, 2 years. She was like, "Oh, you got work history." I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "You got a family?" She asking me all the right questions. I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "You can buy a house." I'm like, "You lying?" She like, "You can buy a house, call me." I called her And she just took me through the steps, man.
Right.
I trusted the process. Like, didn't know. I just knew that my credit score was, high enough to get a house.
Right.
I didn't have any money saved up. I just went through the process. And by me going through the process,
You're not a felon or anything, right? You never been in trouble?
Nah, I never been in trouble. I'm a clean record, man. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm against the YN stuff. Like,
Thanks.
I'm against.
Yeah.
I'm just against it. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I ain't saying I hate him. I was a YN. We all probably was there. We all got our crash out moments or whatever. But it's just like, you could have been the YN, or you was the YN in that situation.
Yeah.
You still was a young man in that situation, but you put it to good use. You use that hustle, that grind, that consistency. What you doing at work, showing up every day. Same way a YN to go do on the streets or whatever they doing, they gonna show up every day. But you going to show up every day. I mean, every day.
Bro, Myron Golden said all the time, like, if you can borrow somebody else's belief, that's all you need. And that's what happened for me. She believed in me, so if you believe, I'm gonna go off what she's saying. She said I can do it, and I'm gonna do it. And I just went through the process, and it happened, man.
And speaking of Myron Golden, you following that formula. A lot of y'all following that formula. The guests that came on here, to be honest, doing the be, do, have.
Yes.
You have to become the person.
Thanks.
Right? Then you have to do the thing.
Yes.
Then you can have everything that you got. And that's exactly what y'all doing.
Yeah.
And to not just to keep quoting him or anything like that, but the stuff that he says, it help you execute.
Yes.
Like, and the words really make sense. Like what you said, you have to borrow somebody else's belief.
Yeah.
You didn't know anything about that. You had somebody else believe in you.
Yeah, believe in me. Yeah.
Like, just believe in you.
Yeah.
Like,
and people said it was impossible.
Right.
That's another thing,
and the
too.
other
like,
guests that came on here, they had other people believing in them, seeing something into them that they never thought that was possible.
Thanks.
So, I love that part.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man. But, for me, it's like a lot of people doubt you, and it's like, for me, I just want to prove them wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just want to prove. It's just like when we started this podcast, like, Mazda tell you too, like, we just thought we was just starting a podcast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just me and him and another guy in my garage with a cell phone, like, shooting content.
Let's talk about the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Because this is where really the stamp and everything come on.
Thanks.
So, you and your partner, Mozzie, right? Y'all can help somebody start a podcast. I mean, not just help them. Help them skip the line.
Skip the line.
What you say? I remember when you want to start a podcast, I want to start a podcast. There's plenty of people that want to start a podcast that's just like, I need the camera, I need the mic, I need to know how to post it, I need to know how to film it. It's just a rabbit hole of a lot of information that you need. But with the right people and the right systems, you guys are able to help that. Talk about, like, be able to help.
Yeah, so what we do is, we, like I said, we started out with just one podcast, and from there, we seen, like, the podcast give you a voice, right? So I like to say, if you're a business owner, you're a creator, you're an entrepreneur, and you have a product you want to sell, for example, right? A podcast is the perfect way to sell your product, because those are constructed conversations that you can specifically direct in a way to where you can give them step by step and bite-sized pieces, to where now you giving them all your systems, right? But over 10, 15 episodes, to where they're falling in love. So episode 1 may be an introduction to the product. Episode 2 may be we breaking down, like, the first steps in the product to let people start following you and knowing. But also, it just gives you that voice, right? We all know how content is big now, right? So now we can say, hey, we can sit you down for an hour, right? Shoot content to where you can have 2-3 weeks worth of, take a long form content, chop it up into small bite-sized pieces and short-term content, and now you can have content to post by just showing up one time. That's what we do for people, man. We also give people an opportunity to learn, like content creators. They waiting on YouTube, right? We can say, nah, you don't have to just wait on a YouTube check. We can show you step by step how you can get money outside of YouTube. We can help you create a digital product. We can give you the systems to back it up and to sell those products. Like, it's a whole ecosystem that we created, right? So it's like, through our podcast, we created a whole network. So now we have a podcast network, to where it's like, that's how we advertise, right? So, like, if you go to CIBR page as an average person, right, we got content to where we hit on social issues. We have content to where we give you business advice, not necessarily us, but it's on through our other podcasts, business advice. You like sports, we give you sports.
Okay.
You like talent, we give you talent. You want to cook, we finna have a cooking show. So it's like we partner with other podcasts and give them opportunities, right?
Why should they join y'all community though? Like, to tell the people, why
Yeah.
should they join you and Mozzie community? Like, why it's so important for real? If they really want to take podcast series, level up, and make money, why should they really? What make you and Mozzie community different than all these other people?
Bro, I'm gonna say what make
paid
us
community.
the paid community, right? Because we want to say the free community is
The free community is cool, but once they pay,
once they pay,
it's a different level.
It's a different level. Like you said, bro, it's just you paying to skip the line, right?
Right.
So you don't have to wait and learn all the systems, like to learn how to work Opus. You know what I'm saying? Which I give them. Opus is just a clipping platform where you can take a long form video and it'll chop it up into. You take an hour and it'll make 30 small platform videos where you can post on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever, right? You don't have to learn how to sit there and use that. Like, we have a done for you program to where you pay us, we give you the tools, the knowledge and everything, and we do it for you.
So how long would it take somebody to get this up and started and running? Like, if they joined y'all group, when they join y'all group, say when the audience join y'all group, how long would it take them to?
So it just depends on them. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times it's scheduling that's the number one conflict, because if I can tell you, hey, you pay me X amount of dollars, we'll set up your YouTube, we set up your Instagram, we get all your platforms together to where all you got to do is show up for 2 hours, and in those 2 hours you get 4 long form pieces of content that you can put out on YouTube, and every single week you get 20 to 30 clips that follow behind that, to where you can specifically talk to your people and your audience, and all you got to do is show up for 2 hours. Like, that's golden to an entrepreneur, because
definitely.
we know we don't have time to be sitting down and like, okay, now I got what I do with the podcast, what I do with the clips, how do I post the clips? Like, we do all that for you. So now you just show up, you be you talk to your people, your tribe, your community, and you give them specific information to where now they can just go out and execute on other things. They can look into their business and say, okay, I looked into my analytics, I saw my sales from this week. They can really dive deep into their business and not work on their business. They can actually start working in their business.
Right,
so for all the entrepreneurs and creators and business owners out there that's saying, I don't have time to do content, that's where we come in. You do have time. Give us 2 hours,
Right.
and we'll take care of you for the whole month.
You got to buy your time back.
You got to buy your time back.
So look, let me ask you this question. I'm gonna go back a little bit, and I know we're gonna start wrapping it up in just a second.
Appreciate you having me too, bro.
Nah, for sure. So in that time, like, you did have to have, what's the difference between hope and faith with you, with that period of time when you was going through all this stuff to even be Dion the Motivator, or to becoming Dion the Motivator? Like, which one was more important to you, or which one do you think more important, hope or faith in that?
Bro, I think it's for me, it's faith. You know what I'm saying? Like, my belief in the Most High God is like what carries me on, because, bro, I've went through some hard times in life, right? I'm gonna be honest. Can I be real? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, bro, I'm going through some hard times now. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with deaths and, you know, just a lot of other issues that can, to the average person, they may want to stop and quit. You know what I'm saying? But my faith in knowing that, like, and that's another thing. Like, my faith turns into knowing, because once I believe in something, I believe God gonna wake me up.
Right.
I believe He gonna see me through this, right? But it gets to a point to where it's like, it's no more belief. It's like, I know. So it's like my faith turned into knowing. So for me, faith is the number one thing in my life, bro. Because if we don't have faith, to me, it's like, how can you get to the point to even start working on those things? Because like the word says, faith without works is dead.
Right.
So once you start working that faith, now you know it works. Now you don't have to have faith or hope anymore. You just know. So I don't like, I got faith that God gonna wake me up, right?
Right.
Once I wake up, I know He about to do something special for me.
Right.
So that's why faith is so big for me.
I love it. So before we get out of here, I want you to give the people that's watching, I want you to give them 3 key points to use to take home with them. Get them 3 key points to take home.
Man, I'm gonna say this. So 3 things that, because I'm talking to entrepreneurs, creators, and business owners that want to turn their content into cash. I would say, number 1, pick up your phone and just start recording if you're not already recording. It don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like scripted. Like, you just got to pick up your phone, your camera, whatever you have, and just start recording. Number 2 is develop some type of system behind that to where you can develop like a digital product, right? So say you're a baker, right? You like to bake cookies. First, you pick up your phone and you start talking about the process of baking cookies and how much you love to bake cookies. Number two is you develop you a product around that. So it can be an apron. It can be some mittens. It can be a digital, it can be an ebook.
Okay.
Now you have something to start selling. So now you're not just waiting on the views from TikTok, YouTube. Now you get 10 views, right? But one of them 10 views may say, yep, if you on there and make an offer from your ebook, your cookbook, they may say, oh, man, I like them cookies that he baked. Let me at least click the link and buy it. So that's number two.
Okay.
Get you a product around whatever you're doing. And then number three is build a community around it.
Okay.
Like really harness those people, whether you use a school community, whether you use a Facebook private group, Discord, like whatever you can do to take people off of Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and put them in a place to where now I can talk to you directly. I was watching a video where a guy would say, all you need is Zoom. If you can just take people off Instagram and have them meet you on Zoom once a week and y'all talk about this cooking, these cookies or whatever, like that's your community. Now you can start developing those people and helping teaching them, because my philosophy is a one can teach a zero. If I done made $100 and you ain't made nothing,
I can teach you something.
I can teach you something.
I can teach you.
And once I teach you how to make 100, guess what that's going to do for me? It's going to double mine.
Definitely.
So now I done made 200, 500. Now I can go back and teach them. And then if you help them teach, now that just, as you elevate and bring in more people, they just start pushing and elevate you more. So I say number one is start recording that content.
Okay.
Number two is develop a product around that content.
Okay.
And then number three is develop a community around that content.
Okay. Tell them where to find you at, Dion.
Man, they can find me on Instagram at Dion D Motivator. On all platforms. And we also have a podcast, Can I Be Real podcast, but you can follow us on the main page, which is CIBR Production. Again, that's CIBR Productions on all platforms.
Hey, y'all, I'm y'all host, Jay Sean. Thank y'all for showing up to another episode of Stamp Podcast, and make sure y'all tune in for the next one. Appreciate you having me, Dion.
Hey, man, look, I appreciate you, my
for
boy.
sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.